Peace. It's holiday time. They bumping. I think I actually have it on a holiday station. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday. It is blustery. It is cold after these past 2 days of this farce of a warm weather. It's now 40 degrees and feeling more like December. Today's what's the word is judgment. Judgment. What's the word Wednesday? Judgment. Did you know, one, if you believe in the Bible, it says thou shalt not judge, right? He who is without sin throweth the first stone, right? But judgment, when you judge somebody, when you judge yourself, you are creating labels. You are creating limitations, not only for yourself, but for them. Now you're making it either right or wrong or bad or good. And that's not how we're supposed to live. So today, let's try to be less judgmental, especially of ourselves, right? Let's try to be less judgmental of those around us, because everybody is going through something. And for you on the outside looking in to say, that's right, that's wrong, I would or wouldn't do that, places a label on them. And that judgment creates discord within yourself, because the same walls that you use to put up, right, to isolate yourself, also will block anything that's trying to come in, right? It'll block any blessings. It'll block any feelings, any love. It will block a lot. So, again, what's the word Wednesday? Judgment. Let's release the judgment today. Let's look at individuals as humans who are erred and flawed and perfectly imperfect. Let's stop trying to create labels for people when there needs to be none. Let's receive the information and not judge. Just take what works for us and let the rest go. Again, what's the word Wednesday is judgment. You are not the judge. You are not the jury. It is not upon your head to decide good, bad, right, wrong, left, right, okay, not okay. You are supposed to be at peace, in harmony, and flow, right? You will block, again, a lot of things when you start to say, oh, that's wrong. Oh, I don't like that, right? You will begin to wall yourself in if you stick to these judgments of yourself. Man, I failed. That's a judgment. No, I learned a way that does not work for me. Now I must try something different, but I know one way that I never have to do again, or several ways based off of how many times you try. The difference between the master and the beginner is the master continued to go. They continue to fail. Lord, slow down. The master continued on regardless of any perceived faults. And again, I always say perceived because that's a judgment. Don't judge yourself. There will be a time when you will be judged, and it won't be up to you. It will be your heart, right? Your heart will be judged. Oh, can you hear me now? Oh, you got to get headphones. Well, don't worry. It's recorded. You'll be able to hear me later, but that's okay. I'm glad you've tuned in. Again, the word today is judgment. Don't stress yourself about what's right or what's wrong. I mean, morally, there are things that we don't do, There's a whole list of commandments. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not. There's a lot of things that you shouldn't do, and that's wrong, right? That you don't have to be told. Even kids know what's right and what's wrong. You don't hit somebody. However, sometimes when you lack self-control, that may be the only way you can express yourself, which is why adults teach them, hey, don't do that. That's not cool. But again, as adults, we tend to look on from the outside in, again, even with ourselves, and say, this isn't right. I don't like this, as opposed to being like, okay, I'm not wrong, but I don't like that. That doesn't suit me. That doesn't suit my soul. Because remember, these bodies that we have, right, are a gift given to us. We are stewards of these bodies, and there is a talent that is uniquely inside each and every one of us. It looks very similar to some, right? We are relatable, so that I can go to you and be like, hey, oh my God, remember that time that I did this? And you're like, oh yeah, I didn't do that, but I did something similar. That way, you and I can see eye to eye, even without having the same experience. And then I can learn from any lessons that you may have had, and vice versa. However, if I sit back and say, oh my God, I can't believe this girl decided to do, or this man decided to do this, that, and the other, not realizing what else happened or took place in their mind, in their environment, that allowed them to make that choice, I may miss out. Because now I'm placing judgment where I am not the judge, I am not the jury, it's not my role, and it's not yours either. Again, be kind to yourself today. Release judgment today. Say to yourself, today I will not judge. I will allow life to flow and receive all the blessings that there are coming to me. Again, today is What's the Word Wednesday, and the word for the day is judgment. Release your judgment today. Release the labels, release the things, and understand that each level of your life requires a different version of you, a different strength, right? Your 4-year-old self doesn't need the things that your 8-year-old self needs, doesn't need the things that your 13-year-old self needs, doesn't need the things that your 21, your 25, your 33, your 40, your 50 needs. It's just how it is. As a mother, we see it, right? I remember when my oldest stopped nursing, the first night he fell asleep on his own, I cried because he doesn't need me anymore. That was a judgment. He still needs me. It's just in a different way. And the sooner I learned to appreciate that, the easier that transition was. Transitions are much smoother when you let them flow. When you stop questioning a lot of things, because some things are not for you to understand. I've talked about this before, the divine energy. Again, if you put labels on things, you may miss out on that divinity, that miracle that a lot of us look for. We don't place ourselves in positions that miracles can happen. Again, I'm not saying don't be smart. You're an adult, you know what you have to do, take care of your business. However, leave a little room, have a lot of faith that everything is working out for your higher good, for your best interest. However, you play a pivotal role in your best interest. When you judge yourself and you judge your hardships and you judge all the things that you've had to do and overcome to get where you are today, you may not realize how much of that has made you who you are, and who you are is powerful and great and kind and loving. Don't forget these things. Don't shrug off the lessons, right, for judgment. Don't beat yourself up when you did the best that you had to do. Again, give yourself the same benefit of the doubt that you give other people. Well, she didn't mean it. Don't judge yourself so harshly. Don't judge others so harshly. You may lose blessings and lessons from those. Again, I tell my kids every day, there are 3 things that we do every day. We listen, we follow directions. We listen, be respectful, and do our very best. Why do we listen? Because that's how we learn. If I listen to you intently, right, and actually hear what you are saying to me and allow it to just process, not actually just wait for you to stop so I can reply. I actually listen and hear whatever it is you have to tell me. I may learn something. The olden days, like when I was little, you gave respect in order to get it. Therefore, everybody is on one accord trying to give each other respect. Now, what you consider respect is different than me, but most people say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Boys hold the door open, gentlemen hold the door open, and women, we allow them to, right? There's a a give and take, a reciprocity that happens when you don't judge. And then finally, we do our very best, because why not? Why do you want to go half-assing anything? And that's in everything. If you're going to play, if you're going to sing, you're going to dance, why not give it your all? You have one life. One life. Yes, we have responsibilities because the world that we live in requires that from us. And even though it doesn't make sense, it allows us to be disciplined, right? If we understand that I must do certain things, again, I must have a routine, I must get up and I must do X, Y, Z in order to live peacefully, peace of mind, then I will get up and do those things if I am smart. If I want to live well and comfortable, I will figure out the best and easiest way to either do these things regularly or automate these things so I don't have to think about them. And then, of course, keep checking up on them, because things happen. You get overcharged, you get undercharged, things happen. But again, our worst thing that we end up doing is judging. Seeing someone and saying, oh my God, I cannot believe they're living on the street. I cannot believe they're misusing their XYZ talent. Instead of saying, being compassionate and being empathetic and being understanding, that's the opposite of being judgmental. And again, we do this to ourselves first. We are not, or should not be, our own worst critics. We should be our biggest supporters, our biggest cheerleaders, our biggest person that pats us on the back, the one that's like, come on, keep going, push through, you got it. Release the judgment today. Take some time to think about the labels that you have placed on yourself and other people, and let them go. Again, what's the word Wednesday? Today's word is judgment. And today we are trying our very best to let go of judging others and ourselves, so that we can take down those walls that block out all the beauty, because we're so concerned with the right and the wrong and all the things that don't really matter. Again, the play is in full production. I have a dress rehearsal tonight. Me and Little Bit got a dress rehearsal tonight. So the infamous, the dastardly Keisha Cotman will be subbing for me tonight at Greenbrier North at 6:15. Remember, I don't care who you move with as long as you move, because your body is built to bend and stretch and move and shake. Yes? So I hope you go and support your subs and make sure you get your workout in today. I will have one more sub tomorrow, because we have our school performance tomorrow at 9 a.m. So if you're available at 9 a.m., you can come see me. You can come see me in the Little Bit at the Croc Center for our Harambe for the Holidays play. If not, there will be 2 more shows on the 26th, the first day of Kwanzaa, because it is a Kwanzaa play. But again, make sure you move tonight. The sub will be Lakeisha Cotman. She is amazing. Go check her out. And I will check you out this Saturday. Again, what's the word Wednesday? Judgment. Take a moment to release yourself from judging yourself and others. Peace.